Now, on this journey to being booked and busy and blessed on top of that.
Yes.
I wanted to have you on the show because the topic came up, surviving what I almost surrendered. Like, there's just things that we go through in life and you think, this is going to take me, I'm not going to make it through this. I ain't going to make it.
Yeah.
What was that moment for you? And how did you, like, get up and just keep showing up?
God.
That's true.
Seriously, not to even be, I'm not religious, but I am spiritual.
Wow.
God, I was at a place, point in my life to where I felt like, and this was most recent, September was the last episode that I experienced, to where my spirit was so broken by just everything that I endured in life. And then to realize who I was, but then for the enemy to come in and try to snatch all of that away. I was at a point to where I had my 9 in my lap.
Oh no.
Like, this is it.
What?
And I called one of my friends here. Her name is Royal. Hey girl, love you. Royal was like, Nicole, this is not it. This is not you. This is not, how can we get you out of this headspace, out of this, particular moment? But it took prayer. It took me to get all the way down to the core of my spirit.
Wow.
And God, even though I felt, because people will tell you, okay, well, you don't go to church, you don't.
Yeah,
God is still with you whether you go or not. And I'm not saying not going is not right, because I do believe that you need that fellowship,
Yeah, God still loves you.
Yes, and he showed me that. And so that got me to a place to where I said, you know what, when God really showed up, I told him, take the pain of everything, of not having parents, of not having, a significant other to love, not having that tangible love. I think that's what I was yearning for. But once I realized that God is everything you need him to be, that's when I got to the realization that, hey, I can do this because God is with me.
Yeah. God got you. That gave me chills. Like, I always wonder what happens in life to where you get to the point where you just like, let me just end it because it's going to be better.
You think that? I think we think that, we go through life. My first attempt was, I was young. I was like 10, I was 10. And God showed up even then. So that's how I know he real.
He's been covering.
He's been covering. And a lot of the things that he's shown me today, he showed me back then where I would be. He's strategically have been ordering my steps. And, I was molested from age 5 to 11 by my stepdad.
Wow.
I'm talking every
was your
night.
Mom in the house though?
My mom was in the house, but my mom worked overnight. So it would happen, overnight, And for years, I went without saying anything because I was threatened that he would kill me. He would kill my mom, And by the time I was 11, I said, you know what, this is it. I can't take no more of this.
Right.
So I said, well, he's just going to have to kill me. He's just going to have to kill me because she's about to know.
She's about to know.
When I did explain it to her, she didn't believe me.
Oh, my gosh.
It wasn't until about 2015 that we had a heart-to-heart conversation about
2015?
2015. My mom passed in 2017. So those 2 years now, I stopped speaking to my mom completely.
Yeah. From the time you were 11, when she didn't believe you?
When I was 11, we would have encounters, and she know my daughters. I would take my kids over there, but then at a point to where the gentleman was still around, before he passed, to where, she would have my daughters. And I said, you know what, I told you, my daughters can't be around him.
That's right.
So whatever you decide to do when they're not here, that's that. But so let me just deplete myself from the whole situation.
Yep.
And that's what I did. But I prayed about it, and I went home one Thanksgiving, the end of 2014, I went home, and when I walked in, she just broke, and she said, I prayed for this moment. And so those 2 years before she passed were the best 2 years of our relationship in my whole lifetime.
Wow.
And I thank God for that.
Did you wholeheartedly forgive her?
I did.
In order to embrace that last 2 years
I did.
you had to forgive her?
Yeah, I did. hurt people hurt people.
Yes.
And that is true, you know. And what she told me, she said, you know, I just didn't know how to deal because I was raped by my biological dad, you know. So it was just a lot of trauma, but I thank God for giving me the opportunity to explain to her what I felt,
Yes.
you know, and then God he showed up and showed out on that. And so I thank him for that because I have no regrets about anything, you know.